In the last couple of years, a group from China came to the U.S. and they bought 22 golf courses around the South Carolina Myrtle Beach area, and they own them. They still own them. They had a lot of investors, and one of the two guys that started it I talked to, and one way they got money in China, supposedly, I couldn't understand it real good, but they had like some sort of box around town in a lot of places, and then you just take your money, you put it in the box.
Wow. With
your name on it, and I guess then they probably fill out the sheets and put you down as the owner. It sounds like something that's real simple, but they have 95,000 owners.
Wow.
In these 22 golf courses that they bought, and naturally the golf courses haven't been doing that well, and a lot of these owners are yelling and screaming, you know, that they want some investment on their money, some interest or something, and things are starting to heat up. So what's happened is a lot of the people that are in this, or some of them that are still in China, have been arrested for fraud, because they took these people's money by fraud. And in fact, there's a court case going on right now, you know, and but I don't know, the golf courses are still going, and they're running them, and they have 1,100 employees. But then naturally there's some people that came here to start with, and they're fighting over ownership of the golf courses. And one guy, and they're looking to arrest them in China, a guy named Dan Liu. He took all the golf courses, they were in his name, and he put mortgages on them. He put mortgages on each golf course, and I guess that way he figured nobody could come and take the golf courses, because the money in the golf courses, it's like a stock exchange. That money belonged to these 95,000 people that put money in the boxes in China. Now, how do I know that? The two leaders here that got here first, I knew the one guy, Dan Liu, and he told me how they raised the money and how they got it. Now, whether you can do that in China, I don't know, but they did it. Whether it's legal, I don't know. I'm not saying they did a registration like we have to do here with Securities Exchange to sell stock and things like that. So the one guy, this Dan Liu, I guess to give them some protection, he got 22 mortgages drawn up to him, and he put the mortgages against each of the golf courses, because when they came and bought them, they bought everything for cash. So if somebody wanted to come in and file something for fraud, they might be able to pick up the golf courses, take them back to China. I'm just kidding, you can't do that. But they could file liens or whatever, so now he has those mortgages against it, and those mortgages are supposed to pay interest like 3.5% every 6 months. So that means those people would have some income on the money that they have invested. But they've already arrested everybody that they could arrest connected with this in China. Now, this the one guy that's here, he's trying to get his visa and citizenship. This Dan Liu, who's supposed to be one of the guys that set it up. And the other guy, this Dan Liu, he's from China, but then he went to New York, and I think he's a U.S. citizen. He's the guy I talked to. at length when they first got here. So, because I was wondering how'd they get all this money free and clear. They don't have a bank loan, they don't have nothing. And he told me the story about around China they have boxes, different places. You take your cash and you put it in the box. I guess you have your name on it, things like that. And naturally, it's the company, and then they put you down as in the company something like a shareholder. I guess it's something like we do in U.S., but we don't have these boxes all over the streets. And he said they do in China, which I never heard that story before. But this is the guy, one of the two head guys here that set it up, and now he has a lien.
That's smart.
He took a lien on all the golf courses, saying that they owe him 10%, and because he's run them and things like that, so he has a 10% interest in everything here, and I guess that's in front of all the shareholders' interests. But I don't know how it's going to come out, because one woman over there has been testifying for I think several weeks in the case, and everybody over there would like to get back here, but naturally they're under arrest, so they can't come back here. But there is this guy, Dan Liu, he is here. He's not leaving. If he leaves to go back there, they're arresting him, but he's trying to get his visa. And the other guy here, I guess is Dan Louis, the first one. He's here, has that 10% interest. He speaks perfect English and everything. He's from New York City, and he's here. And somebody's running the place, because they have 1,100 employees on 22 golf courses. They're big. It's a lot of land. And they also bought some other properties, some acreage around the Myrtle Beach area for condos or apartments or things like that. They bought 3 or 4 of those. So they have some other assets. And they're saying for the 22 golf courses, they spent $154 million cash when they bought them. And that money belonged to these people in China that was putting the money in the boxes. A lot of people don't know about the boxes, and I haven't heard much on it. Not much has been written on it, but the boxes are there. That's how they got the money. And the number 1, 2 man, he's the one who told me that story right when they got here. I didn't make it up. I'd like to see those boxes in China. I haven't been to China, but I'd like to go over there. I probably will one of these days. But I'm going to keep you posted on this. But right now, the 22 golf courses are running, the other properties running, and the thing about it is, these 95,000 people, when they put the money in the boxes, they invested $2.9 billion. So I mean, it's not like they just put up a few dollars.
So they didn't even spend all the money. They kept a lot of it.
In this trial going on over there were 140 people watching that trial going on right now in China, and 520,000 were watching on a live court site. That's going on right now over this money. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to keep you posted on it, and we will talk some more later. Thank you.